guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Leman.medical Tips YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about bradyarrhythmias. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to tap the button below in order to get notified whenever my new videos are being published. Thank you. Okay, so what are the causes of bradyarrhythmias? Here we have top 3 causes of bradyarrhythmias, but in this video, I want to discuss about first 2 ones. SA node disorders, AB node blocks, and bundle branch blocks in next video. Okay, so um, SA node disorders is a very professional topic, and the only thing we need to know as GP are the examples of SA node disorders. We have AV arrest, SA pause, and SA exit block, and these are the causes for SA node disorders, and this is all we need to know in GP. But what is very important and we need to distinguish in EKG from bradyarrhythmias are AV blocks. We have 3 different types of AV blocks. Type 1, type 2, which is also being called Mobeats, and type 3, which is also being called complete heart block. Type 1 is so simple. We have P waves, and each P wave have a curious complex. But the problem is that PR intervals have been increased to more than 5 small squares, and PR intervals are equal. This is very important. So it's very important that first we distinguish that PR interval has been increased, number 1, and number 2, PR intervals are equal, and this is type 1. Okay, in type 2, we have 2 subtypes. As I told you, AV block type 2 is being called Mobeats, and Mobeats type 1 is also called Wenkeback, and Mobeats type 2 is being called Mobeats for short. And I'm going to discuss in next slide. And about Mobeats, we have to know that Mobeats type 1 is like AV block type 1 is very benign. And in these 2 cases, we don't need any intervention, but Mobeats type 2 and type 3 AV block are important and we need to do some interventions for them. Okay, and Mobeats type 2, AV block type 3, which is also called complete heart block. In this case, because of totally blocking between atria and ventricles, atria and ventricles are beating separately. That's why we have dissociated atrial and ventricular rates. And this sounds very scary as AV block type 3 is very unstable. Uh, this is Wenkeback. This slide is about Wenkeback or Mobeats type 1. As I told you, this type of AV block is very benign and we don't need any intervention. But we need to know how to distinguish Wenkeback in EKG. We have to understand that all AV blocks actually have a problem in PR interval, and PR intervals have been increased in all of them. But the problem is that sometimes PR intervals are gradually increasing, and after several beats, suddenly we see a P wave without curious complex, which makes Wenkeback. And in Wenkeback, we see group beating. Okay, here we have EKG for Wenkeback. As you see, from third complex, we have actually PR interval, then gradually increasing. Then, after 3 curious complexes, we have a P wave without the curious complex. Mobeats type 2 is being called Mobeats for short. This is an emergency. They have a risk of sudden death due to paroxysmal complete heart block. And even if they are totally healthy and we distinguish it accidentally and they are symptomless, but they need pacemaker. How to distinguish Mobeats type 2 or Mobeats? So in this case, in contrast to Mobeats type 1 or Wenkeback, PR intervals are equal, but suddenly we see a P wave without curious complex. That's why this is called drop beat. Here we have EKG for Mobeats. As you see, PR intervals are equal, but after 2 curious complex, we see a P without any curious complex. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your attention. If you like this video, please tap the button below and share it with your friends. In next video, we're going to discuss about bundle branch blocks. Put your ideas and see you next session.